You don't have a consistency problem. You have an avoidance problem. And I didn't realize that until I caught myself doing this one thing in my life. If you watch my last episode, we talked about how nobody's watching and how that's actually your advantage. But here's what I didn't expect. I didn't expect, even knowing that nobody's watching, right? I still didn't feel like showing up. It still didn't feel validating enough. I still overthought. I still procrastinated. I still told myself I'll post tomorrow. So I had to ask myself, if nobody's judging me, right? If nobody's judging me, if that's what I truly believe, then why am I still holding back? Why am I not out here creating these videos if that's what I truly believe? I used to call myself lazy, or I used to think that there was something wrong with me, you know? We all do it. We compare. We think, well, this person is doing this, you know. What does that person have that I don't have? Like, why can't I do it? I just want to say that you're not lazy, okay? And I wasn't lazy. And I don't think that you're lazy if you think about creating all day. I don't think that you're lazy if you plan videos in your head. I don't think you're lazy if you care deeply about what you're making. Like, that's not laziness. I just believe that that is a vision that is waiting to be explored. Why else would you think about it all day? Why else would it be in your head? Yeah, why else would it be in your head if it wasn't meant to be done or pursued? Or why else? I think that it comes from a fear of being seen. I think it comes from a fear of not feeling like you're good enough. It comes from a fear of not improving fast enough, or seeing the growth that you want to see, or that you expect where you're supposed to be, or the fear of people finding your content, right? Like, I've been there, especially when you're living in the house with somebody, and you want this to be something that's yours, especially when you're in an environment where there's just this energy of you moving forward, and you outgrowing where you are. And then those people that you're outgrowing, they see your things, and it's like it's just intimate, and it's just like, I get it, And so instead of facing that fear, what do? We scroll, we plan more and more and more, or we wait for the right moment, right? That's avoidance. I had a moment recently. I was fully ready to film. My camera was set up, my lighting was good, my idea was planned. I knew how I wanted to go about the video. And then I didn't press record. I got scared. You know, all those voices came to me and they made me feel like I couldn't do it. I kept telling myself, I just need to tweak this idea more, or no, I can't. Or even if I did record, I was stopping and deleting the video and doing it over. But the truth was, I was scared it wouldn't be good. And instead of risking that, I avoided it. That's when it hit me. It's not that I don't want this. It's that I care so much that I'm scared to see where I actually stand. And when you actually think about that, it's like, wow, like, you can't help but see this little girl who is like shrinking and so scared and scared of being seen, scared of someone having thoughts about you that you have no control over. You have no control over. You don't even really know what they're thinking. You can assume. You can think what you think they are saying, but you never have the facts. You can never be in their head. And that's crazy. But so like liberating. You can only control your thoughts. Avoidance can sometimes make us feel safe in that moment, but it's very expensive long term, because every time you avoid, guess what you do? You delay your growth. You reinforce fear. You let fear say, you let fear be the one to speak for you. You lose trust in yourself, because how can you trust in yourself when you say you're going to do something and then you end up not doing it? You can't. The worst part isn't the missed upload. It's the conversation you have with yourself after. Oh my God. It's that conversation that you have with yourself after, and you have to be the one to let yourself down. And it just feels so much more personal and closer and hurtful when it's coming from you. I said I was gonna do it, and I didn't. That builds self-doubt, frustration, and disconnection from your own goals. Disconnection from yourself. So I stopped asking, how do I stay consistent? And I started asking, what am I avoiding right now? What am I avoiding right now? Because it's all about, when all of that is happening, it's only showing you something. It's only showing you something that you are not giving yourself within. And that question can change everything, because It forces honesty. It forces you to be honest with yourself. And that honesty may be, I'm avoiding being bad, or I'm avoiding saying this and being looked at like that. I'm avoiding being seen. I'm avoiding effort. I'm avoiding growth. I'm avoiding change. So we have to be mindful of what we are avoiding. So if you notice that you are avoiding something, do a smaller version of it immediately. For example, if you don't want to film, record for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Like, if you really think about it, 2 minutes is absolutely nothing. If you're overthinking your idea, film a messy version. Film it. And I guarantee you that messy version will be the most authentic video of you. Or if you're scared to post, you can post it unlisted first and then public. And what this pushes, it pushes that I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to stop avoiding. And that's it. Becoming a creator isn't just about posting. It's about facing yourself. It's about facing your doubts. It's about facing your standards, the fear of judgment, the need for validation. It forces you to look inside of you. It forces you that connection with yourself. And you don't overcome that by waiting. You overcome that by showing up when it's still there, when it's hard. You know, that's always easier said than done. But if you begin to focus on yourself and forcing yourself to do the things that you want to, forcing yourself to do the things that you don't want to do, especially if it's growth based, I think of this song by Lucky Day, and it's called Roll Some Mo. And there's this part where he says, we don't know what we're made of. The same thing we're afraid of might improve us. I think that's how it goes. But that just made me think of having all of this fear and really asking ourselves, well, why am I scared anyway? Like, is this really something to be afraid of? Especially if it's something that's on my mind. Especially if I want it, if I have this feeling of, oh, but I just know that it would be so right for me. Like, this is what I desire. This is what I want. And then to fear that thing, you have to ask questions. You have to know the why. You have to understand. I realize that this is not just about building a channel. It's something way more. It's something way bigger. I think it's about building the version of you that can handle it. I think it's about building that version of you that is proud of you for going after something that you desire. Going after something that you think about constantly about doing. So if you've been calling yourself lazy, or there's a lot of planes over here. So if you've been calling yourself lazy, or you just been feeling like, I have all these ideas and I don't know how to go about it or whatever, you have to look a little deeper. You might just be avoiding something that matters to you. And the only way through that is to show up anyway. Period.